What's happening, guys? Sam Adams here, and one thing you should know about me is that I absolutely love getting a good deal on a video game, which is great because this week marks Thanksgiving as well as Black Friday. Now, I made an entire gamer's guide which pretty much breaks down a lot of the sales that are available for you on this coming Friday. That being said, PlayStation has announced and released their Black Friday sale, so I thought we would go ahead and go over that just in case any PlayStation fans out there wanted to get their hands on some great digital content for some pretty great prices. Now, a little bit of housekeeping here. Number one, I'm not going to be going super in-depth here. The games are available on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation Vita, but I've gone through and I've chosen the top 7 PlayStation 4 games that I think you should definitely check out. But if you do have the other systems, or perhaps you want to check out what's available on another system that you might have, there are a lot of great games on sale. Now, on top of that, the prices that I'm going to be talking about right now are actually available for everyone. If you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber, a lot of the major titles actually get another 10% knocked off of them, so that's definitely something you should take note of if you are getting ready to subscribe to PlayStation Plus, or if you are already a subscriber to PlayStation service. So now that all of that's out of the way, let's talk about these games. At the very top of the list, The Witcher 3 Complete Edition is on sale for $29.99. That includes The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt and all of the DLC that's come out for it. That is a dense world, and if you're looking to get lost in a world this coming holiday season, or over those months where it's really cold and you don't want to go outside, this is a great opportunity to get a lot of game for a little money. Now, next up, we've got Batman Arkham Knight for $11.99. Now, this is another world that is absolutely huge, and it does have a fantastic story, and for $11.99, you can't really go wrong. Now, as far as the entire Arkham game franchise goes, I'm still going to say that Arkham City is my favorite big main release Batman Arkham game, but as far as the trilogy goes, that's how I like to see it with Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight, I'm going to say that Arkham Knight runs a dang close second to Arkham City, so it's definitely worth checking out if you haven't had the opportunity yet. So next up, we've got Dishonored Definitive Edition for yet again $11.99. Now, this game pretty much laid the foundation for Dishonored 2, which pretty much builds on all of the fundamental mechanics that the original did lay down. So if you enjoy what you're seeing from Dishonored 2 that came out just a couple of weeks ago, you're probably going to enjoy the first Dishonored. Now, of course, the Definitive Edition is the remaster that came out earlier this year, I believe, and it was pretty well received. I hear that it runs pretty well, and for $11.99, it's definitely worth checking out. Now, next up, we've got Star Wars Battlefront for $10.49. This is one of 2015's biggest shooter releases, and I will say that I have enjoyed the time that I spent with it. Now, this $10.49 version of the game does not include any additional DLC, but at this point, you don't necessarily need it, and it's definitely worth giving a shot if you haven't tried it, and if you do enjoy your experience, you can go back and get the DLC at a later date, because I guarantee you that Season Pass is going to go on sale at one point or another. Now, next up is what I consider to be one of the best games on my list, and that is Wolfenstein: The Old Blood for $9.99. Now, this is the standalone DLC for Wolfenstein: The New Order, and I will say that if you have any kind of pre-existing ideas about Wolfenstein before playing The New Order or The Old Blood, throw them out the window, because pretty much everything is brand spanking new. And if you enjoyed The New Order, you're probably going to enjoy The Old Blood, because I have heard some great things about it, and I'm definitely going to be checking this one out for myself, since unfortunately I haven't had the chance to play it yet either. Now, next up, we have a AAA game that I thought was at least worth mentioning here, and that is Far Cry Primal, which I believe came out in February, and it's $14.99. Now, I have not played this game, so take my opinion with a grain of salt, but of what I heard, it just kind of hit, and it was there, and everyone just accepted the fact that it existed. I didn't hear it was great. I heard the story was pretty good, but it wasn't the giant pile of shit that we were expecting, since Far Cry 4 didn't come out that long ago, so we were just kind of expecting a half-baked new Far Cry, and that's not really what we got, but it didn't blow everyone away. It's worth checking out if you don't have anything else to play and you haven't played the new Far Cry. That's all I'm going to say about it. Now, last but not least is a game from my childhood that shaped me into the beautiful human being that I am today, and that is Bully from Rockstar on the PlayStation 4 for $10.49. Now, of course, this is just the PlayStation 2 ported to the PlayStation 4, and it does support trophies, it does support that 1080p output, but the graphics haven't been improved any, really. It just kind of is that PlayStation 2 game, and that is exactly what you want it to be. Trust me, this is just a really fun experience from Rockstar, and it's definitely worth checking out if you have a couple of bucks laying around, or some money on a PayPal or in the PlayStation Store account. Now, like I said, these are just a few of the deals available for you, the consumer, and if you want to check out the rest of the deals across the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation Vita platforms, by all means follow the link that's in the description box down below and it will take you over to the PlayStation Store and you can check them all out there. But as for right now, I'm going to go play some games. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.